It always stops so soon.
Every time, every time. But you know what? I love that riff, man.
We got to put that on iTunes for everybody.
We do. You got to upload our music. What's up, ride alongs? What's up, America? What's up, world? Welcome to our live. Gonzo will join us in a little bit. He's getting home from work.
Every time we start, my cat's got to jump on my lap.
I know. It's like they know. They know. Hey, I wanted to thank everybody for the all the condolences for our cat, or my cat, Biggie. His name is actually Biggie Smalls. We named him after the rapper. So, but I know people see it in the video. I just kept calling him Biggie, but it's actually Biggie Smalls. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. He was a good cat. 15 years.
It sucks. This guy's 16, and I know there's not a lot of time left.
Well, the vet, he's also a friend of ours, Dr. Dan, and he has a 17-year-old cat that's acting exactly the way Biggie was acting. So, yeah, I mean, if they get to that certain age, there's no rhyme or reason. It just happens, right?
We all get old.
Yeah, we all get old. I realize that every friggin' day.
We all get old. But in better news, the Goodmans once again coming in first, gifting 5 memberships.
Thank you, Goodmans. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you all so much. You know, I say a lot, and it really bothers me because I don't know I'm saying it when I say it, but then I watch back and I'm like, why am I saying all the time? So maybe it's a drinking game.
Sometimes you just remain silent. It's okay.
Well, programming update, we will have a live in-studio guest on Saturday at noon Pacific time.
Yep.
Lacey Jane, and I said again. So that'll be fun. We're going to talk about police and Karen Reed and some of the more of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. Yep. So tune in.
True crime stuff. It should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be on our YouTube and her X.
Correct. What'd you do for New Year's, Steve?
I edited.
See, he's a hard-working producer.
I jumped on Glare's live.
Oh yeah,
we did a 12-hour live stream, which was the night of your anniversary, New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Raised about $12,000 for Karen, and I think a couple thousand for Turtle Boy.
Exceptional, thank you, sir.
So that was amazing.
That's awesome.
They got him topless.
Oh, topless. Will the Glare.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Was a highlight for the ladies.
Was he hitting the sauce a little bit or something?
No.
No. Okay.
He did get some whiskey a little bit late in the show, but up until I stopped watching, he seemed good, soberish.
Wow. Okay. No, hey, that's cool.
But he did an amazing job.
Yeah, a 12-hour live that's balling. That's balling right there. Did he take breaks or what?
He'd pop off and on. He ordered pizza and it got delivered to somebody else.
Oh,
but he'd pop off and on, and like Gonzo and Mizzy were on screen for a little while he was off taking a break. But it was a star-studded event, raised a heck of a lot of money, and very admirable. And I appreciate what he does. And
100%.
It was a good show.
Awesome. What did Gonzo? What did he talk about?
Karen Reed.
I mean, how long did he stay on?
Oh, I don't know. Probably 45 minutes or so.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that was just a hard night for me, everybody. I couldn't pop on. It was between the death of our cat and my wedding anniversary. Yeah, just wasn't gonna happen.
It's all right. It's all good. Everyone has stuff to deal with, so that's fine.
So what do you think of these drones, Steve, flying around?
Well, we've celebrations here. We've got Charlie Raven, been a member for a month, says Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
LAJ414 has been a member for 3 months now.
Oh, thank you.
Which is about as long as we've had memberships. So
yeah,
thank you for renewing your membership every month. It's much appreciated. Helps us do what we do.
Thank you.
She says, love you guys. Happy 2025.
Happy 2025.
Denise Knoll is a 1-month member. Says hopefully everyone is feeling better. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, the wife's still kind of sick though. She's been sick for like a month and a half. So, oh,
Auntie Shell's been a member for 2 months now. Seen her in the comments a lot. She says, "Happy New Year's, New Year, guys."
Happy New Year's, guys.
And Sarah in shock and horror. Been a member for 1 month. She says, "So grateful for the three of you and this channel. Happy New Year." And we've got a super chat from BLT with cheese, $2. He says, "Smash the like button for these awesome gents."
Badoosh. Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Brian is another guy who's doing incredible things out there. As everyone knows, he's doing a lot for Enrique right now with the billboards, putting a lot of pressure to get some answers. I mean, it's been, what, about 3 months?
3 months?
We haven't heard anything.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. At what point do they finally say, "Look, man, enough's enough"? Is it just going to keep going?
I don't know how they can get away with not answering anything,
especially to the family. Like you know what I mean? I don't know, something's happening behind the scenes. I hope something better come of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's supposedly training, right? So there's not just him there. There's lots of people there.
Correct. There should have been
somebody knows
all the recruits,
and somebody needs to say something. And
somebody needs to come forward and say what happened, the truth.
But again,
I remember that all that stuff.
Brian, thank you for everything you're doing for Enrique. Sorry, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're glitching a little bit, but
okay. Brian's a good dude. He's doing a lot of good stuff. Thank you for all you do for Enrique, Karen Reed, and everything else you're involved with, Brian. And I think we got to get you on our channel, or vice versa, all of the above. Maybe a co-broadcast. Glamasu's member for 3 months. Happy New Year and much love to all. We've got a new member.
Happy New Year.
And I think thanks to the Goodmans, fire pilot's wife. Welcome.
Nice.
Now, all of you new members and all of you members, everybody, be sure to go to the membership tab. And there's lots of videos, and mostly videos in there behind the scenes, the guys messing up because they mess up all the time. Bloopers. Brian just did a little update yesterday or the day before. The Goodmans only been a member for a month. I thought Goodmans, I don't know. Are Goodmans, are you one person representing the whole family, or do you guys all watch? BLT, you are amazing. Chuckles. And Glow T, super chat. Thank you so much. $5. Thank you. You guys are the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So I'm up to date on all of those things. Oh, and I didn't finish on New Year's Eve. Not only did I participate in Glare shortly, did a little toast,
nice.
But I have the rough edit of our trip out to Massachusetts done, which I've presented to you and Gonzo to review, make sure it's all good, and then we will set a date. We want to review that live with you guys, kind of like we're doing tonight. Come on live, we'll all watch it together, and hopefully you guys all like it. Yeah,
that'll be fun. From what I've seen, it's really cool. I like it. Steve's a good editor. Better than I could do, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've never had so much footage to try to cull down and make a story out of it, but it is what it is, and
it's a lot.
It was a great time. Hopefully it shows in the video.
Yeah, that was an awesome trip. That was we got to do it again.
Now I can't keep up on everything. Is the trial supposed to restart in January, or was it delayed until April?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to do a summer trip.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure if he can hear me. My opinion on the drones, I just think there's people flying drones. They've got the lights on. So if it was people trying to be all spy-y, they'd turn the lights off. And be covert, but they're flying around following FAA regulations, so I don't think it's anything shady. I just think it's people flying drones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think aliens or anybody would follow the FAA guidelines
No,
and have the lights on. Why would they light up the sky and let us see them all, right? You would just fly around and do your thing, but in secrecy, right? So I thought it was funny when the Pentagon's like, "Hey, they're not a threat, but we don't know what they are, and they're not ours, but they're definitely not a threat." It's like, how can you honestly say that, and you don't even know what they are? So clearly, they know what they are. Did you see the video of here in Vegas? A couple of drones here in Vegas the other day.
no, I did see all kind
Yeah,
of weird stuff flying around during the day, but I didn't know we're so close to the Air Force Base. I figured they were doing some
right. No,
exercises.
I was going down the rabbit hole and I found a video from Vegas. There's somebody was at a hotel down on the strip and they were out on the balcony and they're like, "Hey, is that a drone?" And they start filming it, and sure enough, it's a drone.
Hmm.
It's big too. It's like the size of like a minivan, you know. And then it and
Could
then it
be
just veered off, and then it looked like almost like a plane as it veered off, but you could tell it wasn't a plane. It was something. It was an odd shape, to put it that way.
could be Wahlberg filming a new movie.
Could be, could be, or new Mission Impossible. You never know.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we got another super chat from the Goodmans answering our question. They are a hubby and wife combo. They were gifted a membership and renewed. Been following much longer than a month. You all are the best. Well, again, appreciate super chat and for the renewal.
Thank you, thank you.
We're trying to work on our fun to get back out there and hang out with those good people in Massachusetts and the surrounding areas. And this time we will definitely let you know that we're
Yep,
there and set up a meet, set up whatever we can to get out there, maybe a standout.
yep.
We're also going to be involved in the standout out here when the trial. I didn't do that with the thumb, did I? When the trial when the trial starts. I'm so easily distracted. When the trial starts up again.
Yeah,
So you ready to talk about what we're here for tonight?
sure, sure.
Go
I'm
for
sure
it.
everybody has seen the. I mean, I guess it's world news probably by now, right? So yesterday morning, about 7:30 in the morning, a guy drove a Tesla Cybertruck. He actually rented it in Colorado, but we'll cover the details. But he drove it into the Trump Tower Valet, put it in park, and roughly 17 seconds later, boom! Right, he unalived himself with an explosion. So, of course, once that happens, triggers a lot of events, right? So, do we want to wait for G to play the video? Because we have some video for you guys to watch. A little bit of the press conference from Sheriff Kevin McMahill. He's a solid dude, solid sheriff. He speaks from the heart. That's what I like about him the most, about the sheriff. I've known him my whole career. He's a good dude. He speaks from the heart, man. He really does. And he'll always be truthful with you. So they'll full transparency here. There's no hiding stuff. So every day they get a little bit more information released. So today there was an update, a little bit more information. So we're going to go over that a little bit as well.
I don't. G is not in the chat yet or in the
Okay.
green room.
Okay.
But we did just get a Venmo pop up, so I'll read that real quick if it loads. $20 from Mary
Oh,
Ball.
thank
She
you very
says,
much.
"Thank you for your service and all that you do,"
Well,
with
thank
a
you.
red heart.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, because I don't want to talk about. I don't want to repeat. I don't want to repeat stuff, because some of the stuff Kevin goes over in the video. So, and I don't know how much G knows about this, how much he looked into it. I think we're kind of all on the same page, though.
All right.
Did you when I first saw the video, or not the video, when I first heard it, first thing in the morning, when like literally probably 10 minutes after it happened, somebody said the truck just blew up. They didn't know it was you know, bombs or fireworks or whatever. You know what I mean? They thought it was a Tesla truck. The guy pulled in and boom, it exploded. So that's what I first saw. And then when I saw the video, me and my buddies were at work and I saw the video and I was like, man, that really looks like fireworks after, right? It
I
looks like
watched it.
fireworks after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, that is so odd. I was like, and we're looking at it, and my buddy's like, oh, it's the metals from the battery, and they're igniting, and that's pushing stuff out. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have a Tesla. I don't know what their batteries look like when they burn. I don't know if they can explode. So I thought it was very odd, and it looked a little odd. But what are you going to do, right? It's there on tape. And then it wasn't for a couple hours later that we actually saw the news came out and said and had that information that it was a guy and that it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a factory recall.
When,
You know,
when I
but
watched
I
it,
I was also assuming that Elon wouldn't make something that would explode like that, right? Like two wires touch, and then your whole car explodes and your whole family dies. Like I don't think he would do that. He's a pretty smart guy.
Gonzo's getting set up in the background. I can see him. But when I
Okay.
watched it, I was like, what the heck? And I rewound it and watched it again. I
Right.
said, this looks like a movie explosion.
Right.
It was
It's
just
just
like not a real explosion. It just looked so
weird.
overdone. And that's why,
Right.
because the fireworks.
Correct. And that's what threw me off was the fireworks. Like, that again, people here in Vegas, 22 years as a cop, I've never seen a car explode with fireworks. That's a first for me. So that's sometimes it just is what it is. There's no conspiracies. There's nothing. It's just that's what they did.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy, this world. We got a
Yeah.
super chat from Glamasues is back with $5. Thank you,
Thank
Glama.
you. Thank
She
you.
says, I had asked a little earlier. She says, Karen's next hearing is Tuesday, January 7th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
New date and schedule to be approved then. Proposed date is April 1st. Still waiting on a decision. So,
Really, April Fool's Day? April Fool's Day? All right.
so with that, it looks like Gonzo's ready. If he's not, oh well, here he comes.
Hope you're ready, boy.
Bro,
There
where's
you are.
the countdown? Where's the countdown at?
You missed it. It was great.
5, 4.
Thanks, Steve.
Wait, I said 5, 4, 3, 2. Go. You're live.
Go, you're live.
How was your New Year, Gonzo?
Well, I spent it fighting off my cats and dogs because of the fireworks.
Fireworks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy macaroni.
I know. Our dogs go crazy too.
We had to give them some doggy downers.
Yeah.
And I took two of them.
Yeah, I took 4. Yeah, we do the same thing. I think everybody does nowadays. It's the 2 days a year. It's 4th of July and New Year's Eve.
Yeah, but why
Yep.
do they have to keep going until like 2:30 in the morning?
Because
What
you
the
buy,
fudge?
remember out here, you buy 1 box, you get 2 free. So now you have all these fireworks. So you're like, well, screw it. I'm just going to set them off all night, right?
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
saving them all year in the garage, you just set them off. And that takes hours and hours because, these people, they run up, light one, run away.
Well, you know who had extra fireworks? Was the Tesla guy.
He had a bunch. I think he was smuggling.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was smuggling. Pretty
He
sure
went to
was smuggling.
Moapa.
Yeah, he did.
In my neighborhood, it's July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th sometimes. Come on,
That's
people.
insane. That's insane.
I
So what
sound
are we
like an old
talking about
person,
today?
But I get up at 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we
Your
were
joke
just
was too soon, Gonzo. Too soon.
I never got the memo what we're talking about.
No, we'll surprise you.
All right. All right.
As always, we're unscripted, so don't worry about what we're going to talk about.
I see a text message that says, Gonzo, where you're at? We're going live. And I'm going, what, today? I thought it was Saturday.
Yeah.
But
We're trying to be like Will and go live every day.
Oh, can you? I don't have them. I'm not a marathon
For
man.
12 hours.
No.
Will is an Iron Man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Holy
beast.
macaroni.
Yeah, that's a marathon. Good for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Tiff, we saw him topless, and now he's being what you call it?
Well, we do have
when we're
those.
using him.
We do have those male reviews down here, so maybe you can get a job down here. Old Glare.
Objectified, is that it?
Yeah. Chippendales.
Yeah, men from down under.
Thunder from Thunder from Down Under. Thunder from Down Under. Yeah, at the Luxor.
Yeah.
Well, B, I want to know, has anybody come to town and rolled with you
No,
from our audience? What's going on? I know Lacey's here in town. Lacey Jane. Surprised she hasn't gone.
I don't think Lacey's does jujitsu.
Well, I don't think that's the point.
Maybe her husband.
She might though. She might though after watching those videos on What Would You Do, right?
If anybody in the chat would like to roll with B in jiu-jitsu, throw some donuts in the chat. Let's see if anybody's interested. When they come to town, hang out on a Thursday and roll with B.
Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
Let me fix this here.
You want a shot at the title? Bring it.
Whoa.
Bring it.
Whoa.
Jessica G's looking for you guys.
I must break him.
Maybe I'm going to find you guys.
We got some donuts from Paranormal Girl. She's down.
Holy macaroni! He might be biting the bone. You too big to handle.
Glad Masu's got some donuts. Brandy's
been
got
a year and a half, and no one showed up yet, so I'm not worried.
Christine wants to know if there's a beginner class for a 50-plus woman.
Oh, always. Yep. Matter of fact, today we were talking about a lady who is 70 and she just got her black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, she started at 60 and she's 70, and we were watching some videos. Let me tell you something. From what I can see, she's tough.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, there's lots of donuts in the chat. They want to come roll with you. So what the heck are you waiting for? I know everybody comes to Vegas.
Bring it.
We got one more super chat, and then we can roll into our video here. This is from Kelly R. $5. Thank you, Kelly. Well, what'd you think about McMahill's comments? He sounded like he's on it. So we're about to review that. So
McMahill has always been a cop's cop, man. He's really up to protecting the citizens and the visitors that come to Las Vegas. So when something like this happens, it's all hands on deck, and he doesn't care what he says or how much money it's going to cost. That's for sure.
Yeah, and he doesn't pull any punches. Like, Kevin's a solid dude. He'll tell you straight up, this is what I got, this is what I know, this is what I don't know. Don't ask me dumbass questions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's real to the point. He's he's a solid dude. He's a good sheriff. Though I have to say, I do not like the new uniforms. Sorry, I just don't like them. Sorry, guys. Trust me, I love Metro. Everybody knows me and Gonzo love Metro, but the new uniforms, I'm just not digging them, man. I don't like those black pants with the tan shirt. I just don't like it. It does not look. We look so good, man. So professional, right?
Yep. But they weren't user friendly though. That's the problem.
I know. I get it. I know these are way more user friendly, and you got more pockets and stuff. I totally understand. Yeah. But the other ones just looked really, really cool.
I'm sure it'll keep evolving.
It always will, yeah.
But the thing is, you got the green shirts, you got the gray shirts, and you got the tan shirts. I mean, how many other different units are going to be mishmash of uniforms? It should be all one uniform.
Well, what about FTTU up at the range? They were red. They were a long sleeve red shirt.
Yep.
Right. So well, I don't think policing will ever go back to the style of uniform that we wore, Gonzo.
Old school.
I don't think we're ever going to see those uniforms again, bro. I think everything's going to be, BDUs. If anything, everybody's going a little bit more military style nowadays. Than the old school looking.
They retired those uniforms when we retired, buddy. So that tells you how old we are.
What do they call it? Like practicality over function, or
something fancy.
But
so let me say this: we're going to be going here pretty quick, Steve.
Yeah, but just one thing here, because I know Brian, if you can just narrow this down to 15 seconds. Classic Overthinker wants you to tell her 20-year-old son why jiu-jitsu is better than boxing.
Okay. I can't say it's better than boxing. Boxing is awesome. And in jiu-jitsu, to get to a guy down onto the ground, you might take one or two punches. But there's ways to not get hit, to grab the guy and take him down. Boxing is awesome. But the problem with boxing is most street fights or any combatant sport, you're going to the ground unless it is just
Yeah.
boxing. You're going to the ground. And in street
There's
fights and security and police, you're going to the ground. And once you get onto the ground, boxing goes out the window. So you better know better know a couple moves.
there's no rules in street fight.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If you're
Right.
boxing in a boxing ring, boxing's fantastic. Boxing is
Yeah.
more of a offensive strategy. Jiu-jitsu is defense, right?
Yeah.
You take them down to the ground and you hold them, right? Offense
Correct.
is more boxing. So
Correct.
if you have a little bit of both in both techniques, it's a win-win.
That's the key you need to know how to throw your hands, how to throw some kicks. And then if that is not working, you get them to the ground. So I would say honestly, do both. Do MMA.
Yep.
Do both. Do boxing
Yep.
and jiu-jitsu.
Yep. Steve, do you remember years ago when we had that female jump the curb here in Vegas and ran over a bunch of people? You remember that?
Yeah.
And at the when they did that, when she did that, it first came out as a terrorist act because she was saying something chocolate bar. I'm not sure. I don't know how you say that, but and then they clarified that she didn't have any terrorist contacts. She was just a little mentally ill. But that's when things changed for us here in Vegas as far as putting concrete pillars up on the sidewalks to prevent that from happening. So things are changing, things are evolving as things happen. We're not a country of proactive, we're more of reactive. And that lies a problem with how we are living today, because resources don't get spent out to prevent things, they get spent to protect things from happening again that happened just now. So there's going to be some more implementations of more tactics and more strategies to prevent this from happening. So, but I just didn't know if you guys remember that a few years ago.
Yeah, but in New Orleans, there are guardrails and things up on Bourbon Street. I believe I might be incorrect, but I believe they go up and down because you can drive on Bourbon Street during the day.
They took those down to redo
They're
them
trying
for
to
the Super Bowl or something like that. The Sugar Bowl.
Sugar Bowl.
So they were inoperative at the time.
Right, I heard they were repairing them or something.
Yeah.
But so there was a police car there, and the guy just went right in front of the police car and went down Bourbon Street.
Okay, so here in Las Vegas, when we close the street, we use city buses, we use utility trucks with short beds or flat beds to block the whole street. And literally for us as an emergency vehicle, we have to ask them, can you move your vehicle so we can get through? It's tight as a drum to get onto those streets. So that was, and who's to say how many times that guy drove around the block to find a entry point?
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, very hard to get on the strip here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did have a guy. Remember Gonzo? Remember it was, I don't know if you'll remember, it might have been before you hired on. He was in a stolen minivan. And I remember, I don't know why, but I remember it was a brown minivan, and they were in a big pursuit. And he was heading towards the strip, and it was New Year's Eve, and we were listening to it on the radio, and we were like, wow, this guy's going to get shot. This guy is going to get shot.
I do remember. I do remember that.
Okay, so they will not let a pursuit, if someone's driving crazy and they start coming down towards the strip, they will end it very, very quickly. So please don't ever do that, people.
I remember the watch commander said, do whatever you have to do to stop him to get onto the strip.
Stop that car, yeah. And that means do whatever you got to do.
Yep.
All right. Well, we've been yapping for about a half an hour here, so
let's
get to the McMahon video, guys. Are ready for me to get out and put that video up?
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Hi, Case VH. Hi, chat. You guys are awesome. All right. You can go ahead and set this up, and I will disappear for a while.
Okay,
All right.
so I don't remember. I remember the initial briefing, the very first one, when he came out and he said, "Hey, we don't know much right now, but we're digging
Right.
into this guy.
Mhm.
Yep. We know that who rented the vehicle, and Elon Musk provided the information of where this vehicle is rented from and the route it took, which is pretty freaking smart.
Yep.
And then he got off and said, "Hey, listen, when I get more information, I'm going to come back and tell you," which is what he does because he's super transparent. Our boss, or our former boss,
Yeah.
he is an honest, straight shooter, and when he tells you something, you better believe it's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And if he
Mhm.
doesn't know the answer, he's going to use the resources to give you the answer,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
So we have the FBI, we have the ATF, we have who else is in this? The mayor,
DEA,
DEA, yeah, the whole gamut, right?
the bomb techs, armor, SWAT, yeah, detectives. Yeah, it's going to be a big scene for probably a couple of days. You know what I mean?
Well, they went ahead and moved that vehicle into
I know.
our warehouse,
I know.
right?
That's what we're going to show on video. So Canton can see how we do it here in Vegas.
Anything else you want to say on this video before we kick it off?
No, let's play it, man. This is an updated video that came out today. We
Yeah,
are most people already know what happened, right? The guy
yeah.
came into Trump Tower, parked the valet. 17 seconds later, boom. So they didn't have much yesterday. They didn't know who the guy was. So today they got a little bit more information. So we
But
wanted to let you guys see it, and we'll
But
talk about it too.
how fast was the interwebs in saying, "Hey, these guys are connected"? Now, we didn't know that he had any military background, right? Because that was
Correct.
tight-lipped, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, news starts going out that he was in the military, he's army, and the other
Right.
guy was in the military as well. And they
Right.
happened to be at Fort Bragg, not necessarily at the same time,
Right.
or maybe they were there at the same time, but not the same unit. So, could they have said anything? Everything right now is being investigated with a
Yep.
fine-tooth comb
Yeah.
by the powers that can do it, right?
Yeah, it's
So,
up in the air right now. Yeah, I mean, dude, they were both in the military. Okay, we've had millions of guys in the military. Just because they were both in the military doesn't mean they're in cahoots. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Fort Bragg is a big place, right? A lot of
yeah.
people come through there. A lot, hundreds of thousands of men and women come through there. So, sometimes you look, if the dots show themselves and you want to connect them, cool. But don't go looking for the dots and then find them, miles and miles away and try to figure out how to connect them. Sometimes it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Listen, the internet can help you, or it can not help you, right?
Correct. Yeah, it can really start getting some bad information out there.
Yeah, yeah. So, you ready to roll it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's roll it.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin McMahill. I'm the Sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And we are collectively here this morning to give you an update on the Cybertruck explosion at the Trump Hotel on Las Vegas Boulevard yesterday. Our work never stopped. As many of you went to sleep last night, I just want to give you an update on a lot of what it is that we found through the processing of the Cybertruck. This is a joint investigation involving the FBI, the ATF, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and these folks worked through the night and found a lot of stuff that is very useful for this investigation. As you look at this Cybertruck here, we had to transport this down to our fleet services so that we could really get through this thing. And I remind you that the subject inside wasn't able to be removed for a very long period of time because he was burnt beyond recognition. And so as we continue to move through this, I'm going to talk a little bit about his identity and what we believe. But I would like to highlight a couple of things that the teams found inside of the Cybertruck that are useful to the investigation. And that first and foremost is a military identification. We also found a passport. We found a Desert Eagle 50 caliber semi-automatic pistol. And if you'll notice on a lot of these guns that we're going to talk about here, they're almost just burnt beyond recognition as well. There's a SLR model B30 semi-automatic firearm, number of fireworks that were still in the vehicle that had to be removed. Notably, we found an iPhone and a smartwatch, and then several credit cards were also in the name of our subject. Our subject is 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger. He's of Colorado Springs, Colorado, born July 22nd of 1987. Now, As you'll see here on a picture of his driver's license, let's see, the question really still remains for me, and I know that there's a lot of you folks in the media that are identifying this person as the person in our vehicle. As I mentioned to you already, his body is burnt beyond recognition, and I do still not have confirmation 100% that that is the individual that was inside of our vehicle. And so as I'm calling it now, the subject or person of interest, I will not come back until I have the confirmation through DNA or medical records that this is indeed, in fact, the subject inside of the vehicle. Now, further complicating this identification of this individual, we also discovered through the coroner's office that the individual had sustained a gunshot wound to the head prior to the detonation of the vehicle. One of the handguns was found at his feet inside of the vehicle. Obviously, in how we're trying to identify him, and I'm feeling comfortable to give you this information, is a tremendous amount of substantial evidence to include he rented the Turo vehicle. There are 2 tattoos, one of which was on the stomach and one of which is on the arm, that we can see bits and pieces of it as in comparison to what it is that we now know he had on his body. That has given us a lot of confidence that this is, in fact, the same person, as well as which the clearly obvious, which is the credit cards, the military identification.
Hey, Steve, pause it for a sec.
And then furthermore, as you'll see.
So check that out. They've got him identified through passports, driver's license, tattoos, but he's not willing to say this is the guy until he gets DNA evidence.
Yeah.
Right? He wants to make sure that he says what he's going to say, not jump into conclusions, right?
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Yeah.
So he went ahead and unalived himself before the explosive went off in his vehicle.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Yeah, right. Before he probably hit the detonation, right? Which was probably on a 1, 2, 3 second delay.
2 seconds. Yeah.
Because he knew he boom, boom.
Yeah, dude. Listen, if you don't want to call it terrorism, right? You can call it domestic terrorism, because who goes to a hotel in Las Vegas right after New Year's where there could be thousands of people or hundreds of people checking in, checking out, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now, listen, he's from Colorado. Colorado's not, a red state. It's a blue state. The ironic thing is a Tesla and Trump Tower, right? You can connect it that way. Maybe he didn't like Elon Musk. He doesn't like Trump, right? That's okay. But you don't have to go out. You don't have to do stuff like this to make your point. And what point did you make? What point did you make?
He didn't make any point. It's a waste
Exactly.
of a life. And so I think there was a lot. I think the sheriff mentions later on in the video that there's no political or ideology leading towards it's a Trump Elon type of deal. You know what I mean? He hasn't said anything. They haven't found anything, no letters or emails, but they're still also trying to get into the phone and into the computer of the Tesla.
Yeah.
So I don't think, again, people just want to make it to more than it really is. You know what I mean? Could it be? It could be. But again, he didn't hurt anybody. He just hurt himself. So to me, it sounds more like he's battling some demons, right? And he's got demons. I mean, he unalived himself. Clearly he had demons. So to do that just on your own, it could be a couple things. It could be he's so frustrated with the world and with the way it is, he just wanted to do that, right? Maybe he didn't want to hurt anybody else, which is why he did it in a Tesla truck, to keep it more contained on him. Maybe he just wanted to make a statement and go out in a big way on New Year's Day in Las Vegas in front of Trump Tower as a statement. But maybe he didn't want to hurt anybody else, and that's why he did it in the truck. Maybe he knew that it was going to hold the explosion together, because the Tesla truck really held together. I mean, it held the entire explosion inside the truck.
Yeah.
Right? The explosion went up and out the windows, but the body of the truck kept most of the explosion. So Trump Tower wasn't even affected.
Yeah. He might have had some PTSD from, the military experience,
Of course. So,
yeah.
But that, again, we got to look at everything in every angle, right? Every angle you got to look at. So Could it have been that he didn't want to hurt anybody and that's why he chose the truck? Because a guy who knows bombs, why would you want to set a bomb off or your the fireworks and explosives off inside of a bulletproof car?
Yeah.
That doesn't does that make sense to you?
Well, let me say this.
I mean, if you're a
When
bomb guy,
well,
you know that.
when you're going to create an explosion and you're creating a bomb, you want it to be in a container that is going to fragment, right? Create
Yeah.
shrapnel.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't think he did his math right because that thing just went straight up. And unfortunately, fortunately for everybody around him, it didn't cause any damage, like you're saying. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. I have mixed feelings. I think he wanted to make a statement and kill people because he had a rifle and a handgun, right?
That he didn't use.
He didn't use, but maybe he had a change of heart. Who knows? So
Yeah, everything is possible at this point. I'm just trying to make sense of it. If he's a military guy, he knows bombs clearly because he had some sophisticated components. Why did he blow it up? Why in a bulletproof car? That seems to me like something you wouldn't overlook. But again, he might have because of the demons. Maybe he was, alcohol. I don't know. We're just trying to figure something out, right? Why would he? Why else would he do it, right?
Yeah, let's keep watching, see what happens.
Here in just a very short period of time, we tracked his movements from Colorado to Las Vegas, and in a number of the photographs that we were able to determine, he was the individual that was driving the vehicle. And also, I'd like to iterate this point to you. We still have only ever seen him in this vehicle, and we're not aware of any other subjects involved in this particular case. Now, I would like to acknowledge a couple of things because I know what's going on in the social media world, and there are a number of things in this case that are similar to the attack in New Orleans. We do know that our subject here served in the military. In fact, he's a current member of the military. Both of the subjects served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. What we do know about that is it's a very large military base, and we have no record that they served in the same unit or even at the same years at Fort Bragg, something that continues to remain under investigation. I also know that they both served in Afghanistan in 2009. We don't have any evidence that they were in the same province in Afghanistan, the same location, or the same unit. Again, something else that remains under investigation. And we also know, of course, that they both used the rental company Turo to rent their vehicles. As far as his military background, it's been confirmed by DOD that he was indeed in the United States Army. He was also a Green Beret operations sergeant who spent most of his time at Fort Carson, Colorado, and in Germany. He was on approved leave from Germany, where he was serving with the 10th Special Forces Group. He was also previously in the National Guard and the Army Reserve. I'd like to point out to you that through exceptional joint investigative effort, we've gotten to a place where we believe we can show you his route to Las Vegas from Colorado, and Carlos will put up the map there for you. And we know that he rented the Cybertruck in Denver on December 28th. We tracked his movements through the Tesla charging stations to Monument, Colorado on December 30th. On the 31st of December, the truck was charged in Trinidad, Colorado, Las Vegas, New Mexico, and Albuquerque and Gallup, New Mexico. On January 1st, the truck was charged in Holbrook, Flagstaff, and Kingman, Arizona. We last tracked the truck in Kingman at 05:33 yesterday morning. The truck was first spotted in Las Vegas at 7:29 a.m. yesterday. And Carlos will pull up a picture of the truck pulling onto Fashion Show Drive here. And that picture was observed at about 7:34 a.m. We know that he pulled into the Trump Valet, and I believe we have a video of that. See the Cybertruck highlighted there. So through extensive surveillance video, we were able to track him leaving there, and we know that he went to several different places along Las Vegas Boulevard, and he spent some time in a parking lot of a business near Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. But we didn't have a video of the truck pulling back onto Las Vegas Boulevard from the sands. See that there? That's north on the boulevard from Sands at 8:39, where he then immediately heads to the Trump Hotel, pulls into the valet area, and as of course you all know, the explosion occurs within 17 seconds of his arrival at the valet. There's some additional investigative updates that are going to be provided to you by a couple of the other speakers here. The first of which will be our special agent in charge of the FBI local office, Spencer Evans. Spencer.
All right, you can stop it there, Steve.
Good morning. My name is.
Yeah.
So, hey Brian, I don't know if we can say this or not, but
Right.
you and I had that video. Literally, can we say how fast we had it in our or not?
What's that?
I mean, we saw that video literally maybe an hour after it happened.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's because you know it's a hotel, right? And what we do for our hotels, you know, they
Yep.
want us to make sure that we were aware of this happening
Yep.
and to be vigilant of
Yep.
anything happening in the future, right?
Correct.
So we actually saw more video that's not there because it's too graphic.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, you're right. He was fighting some demons because for somebody to be able to do that to themselves, you have to be at the end of your rope.
Yeah, that's a big
Somehow,
step.
some way.
Yeah, that's a big step, man. And you see when he pulled into the Trump Tower and then he pulled back out, right?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wasn't ready. He
Yeah,
wasn't ready.
yeah.
You know,
His-
you got to work up to it.
Yeah. Courage, man.
That's very hard to you know, take your own life. Very hard. You know, most people cannot do it.
Hey,
Well,
Steve, can you find the part where they have all the items out of the truck and on the floor so we can look at that stuff? Now, listen, when I looked at the initial video, he had racing fuel, which is super, super volatile,
mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And he had the mortars for the fireworks, but then he also had camping tanks as well. Yeah, look at all that stuff that he had in there.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother-in-law was down there all for the past 2 days because he's in Henderson SWAT.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I talked to him
Eh,
today for a little bit, and basically everything that everybody knows is out to the public.
yeah,
There's no hidden information because I said, hey, give me something juicy, man. Give me something juicy.
yeah.
And he's like, Brian, everybody already knows everything. He's like, there's
Yeah.
not the only thing that I think they might be incorrect on is I think I might have heard that he was not an actual Green Beret, that he was in the Army, but he was attached to Special Forces.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No, but so again, I don't know. But and either way, it doesn't matter. Who cares, right?
Well, listen, with a guy that has that kind of experience, right? Let's say he is a Green Beret, right? Those boys deal with explosives
Yep.
all the time, right?
Yeah.
Breach
Mhm.
this, breach that,
Yep.
destroy that. Now, from me looking at this stuff, right, and the limited knowledge that I have in this little brain of mine,
Hmm.
and the experience I have in farming with fertilizer and diesel and other things, dude, I
Right.
could have made something more with something more of an impact than what he did, dude. I don't think he was
Right.
in his right mind. He might have been, you know, under the influence of, you know, some drugs or alcohol when he started planning this stuff. But to me, that's not a very well made explosive device or IED, right?
Well,
That's what they labeled it.
they did say so. What I wanted to do real quick is go over some of the questions that the
Sure.
media had. The media
Sure.
had some questions. So instead of hearing the FBI, which is most of the FBI are saying that everything's under investigation. They really don't know anything, which is fine because it's that's just the way it is. But here's some of the questions from the media. Okay, does the suspect have any ties to Vegas? So they, did they have any tie? Does he have any ties here? And they basically they figured out that he had stayed here at a hotel once a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So not the greatest thing in the world.
Right.
The FBI is well aware of the political and ideology connection between Elon Musk and Trump. So the guy was like, basically, yeah, we know, we're obviously thinking about all that stuff. We didn't just dismiss it, and duh, of course we thought about all that stuff. They're like, dude,
Yeah.
we're on top of it, and if there
Yeah.
is something there, we will find it. They asked a question about, is there a connection between New Orleans and here? And though they are similar,
A lot
you
of
can't
similarities,
just,
dude.
well, that's one of the questions I have is were the IEDs in New Orleans, were they constructed the same as the guy in the Tesla truck? Because the Tesla truck, they also did say that he had, wait, I don't want to mess this up. Hold
There
on a
were
second.
New Orleans had pipe bombs.
Okay, so here they said he had a significant, sophisticated connectivity to components. That's different than a pipe bomb.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So were they constructed the same? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
And again, just because you have a lot of guys are bomb techs in the military, right? So when you get out, you're gonna have a ton of guys that know how to make bombs. You can teach people how to make bombs. So it's just, is it real sophisticated or is it real basic, right? Most people like to keep it real basic, right? The movies, now they go sophisticated, right? Real big
Right.
sophisticated. But most people in
Yeah.
real life keep it pretty simple, because sometimes a simple big boom is not hard to make. It doesn't have to be sophisticated.
Well, look at the Boston Marathon. They were pressure cookers.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Yeah. So sometimes keep it as simple as better. But
Yeah.
some of the stuff didn't go off in the Tesla truck. That's what
Yeah.
I heard. Right. So
Well, what prevented that was the overhead sprinkler system
at
Trump Tower.
Trump. Oh, is that what
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
it's good they work. Right. See a fire. So we know they work.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
free test. We'll bill you for that.
Yeah, no shit.
They also asked, let's see, do you know if he checked into the Resort World the day before? And LVMPD, Kevin McMahill said, he's like, we're not aware of that. So, and,
Yeah. Yeah.
how did they track him using the charging stations? And again, Kevin McMahill, I think he's a little bit like me as far as not, I know he knows a little bit about computers, but we're all older generation. So he said in the thing, he's like, straight up, I don't know really how they tracked him. He goes, it's beyond me. Elon's bringing a team, blah, blah, blah.
Well, let me say this. I kind of do know because one of our coworkers has a Tesla, and you
Okay.
have to input the vehicle. I think he said the vehicle ID when you start, or when you plug it in, it already knows the vehicle ID to
Okay.
start charging. So that vehicle
Gotcha.
ID is like a license plate. It's unique to that vehicle.
Oh,
So
okay.
anytime it plugs into that charger, it knows where it's at.
Okay, that's smart. I mean, that seems
Yeah.
something Elon would do. It seems pretty basic.
You know what I'm curious to see, Brian, real quick. I don't know
What?
if this is one of your questions, but those Tesla trucks have cameras everywhere,
Yeah.
inside and outside.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
all Teslas do, but this one I think it has like 50 cameras. But what do you need so many cameras for? 50 cameras in a car?
No privacy.
Yeah, I don't need 50 cameras staring at me while I'm driving.
I think those
maybe
only
they're outside too.
Those are for safe driving.
I think there's only 7 or 9, but there is one internal near the rearview
Yeah.
mirror,
Yeah.
which can be sent to Tesla, but it has to be enabled for the privacy stuff has to be enabled. So I don't know if in a rental car if they would even turn that on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
right.
who knows? Maybe it's
But you know
always
what though?
rolling
You know what
anyway.
though? Yeah, exactly. It could be like our body cameras where it records every for 2 minutes and it loops over again. So there might be 2 minutes of footage
could.
on that camera if that's how
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah, and it's triggered. It is triggered
Yeah.
by an event. So,
Yeah.
but an explosion might damage it. We don't know. But if
Yeah.
it was on, there may be more footage of the inside of the cabin.
Yeah. Good point. Look
Yeah,
at
I
him
think
chime
they
in.
said in
Look
the,
at him. Look at him. Look at old Steve-O chime in with some info. That damn Steve-O.
I think they said in the media briefing that they had the Tesla truck had 50 cameras in it. That's why I said that. Yeah.
Damn.
That's what they said in the media. That the FBI said, yeah, they have 50 cameras, and that's why Elon flew a team in today to try to get the film to see if they could get the film out of or it's not film, but the information out of the truck. Yeah, from the cameras, because they want to see if they can see any footage inside the truck. So
So it's
we'll
kind of
see. It's going to be a minute.
it's kind of like the black box that they have in airplanes, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how protected the cameras are or the housing unit for the information. So if it's behind the bulletproof stuff, it should be pretty good. If it's not,
I think it'll be fine. Holy macaron! Look at those Steve-O. We got a good producer, dude.
we do. Well, there you prove the FBI wrong. There's not 50 cameras. There's how many? 10, 20, 6, 5,
49.
49.
There's there's a tailgate camera, and then a camera at each door pillar. 2 cameras at the windshield above the rearview mirror. A camera above each front wheel, and a camera above the grill and the front bumper.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So, but you see number 3 right there. They
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
They apparently there's one pointing outward and one pointing inward. And I did find information on that. I'll find it again while you guys are talking.
You know what's interesting too, Brian, is that I think one of them said that they're trying to contact the people that were at the charging stations as well at the
Correct.
same time that this vehicle is at,
Yeah.
and try to contact them to see if they got any footage of anybody interacting with him.
Yep. Yeah, it's a big investigation, man. It's it's going to take a long time, a lot of hours, a lot of man hours, a lot of boots on the ground.
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Here's the cabin camera. It says your Cybertruck
Okay.
is equipped with a cabin camera located above the rearview mirror. The cabin camera can determine driver inattentiveness and enhances active safety features such as forward collision warning. You can also view the feed from this camera in the Tesla mobile app when Sentry mode is enabled. And then data sharing by default, images and video from the camera do not leave the vehicle itself and are not transmitted to anyone, including Tesla, unless you enable data sharing.
Okay.
So would Turo, well, now Turo is not a rental car company. It's kind of like Uber.
It's an app,
So,
right? This is
huh?
this is somebody's personal truck, probably.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it could be a company that bought some bunch of cars and put them on Turo, or it could be, hey, I got so dang much money that I can buy a Cybertruck and I don't drive it all the time, so I'm going to put it up for rent on this app. So maybe the individual or the company that owns that does have data sharing enabled, or maybe
yeah,
Tesla.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was mine, maybe I would want that just so I have more visibility on the truck. Maybe there's in the agreement somewhere that states that you
Sign
can
off
do
it.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's interesting with all the technology in this truck, what they can find out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would think I would want mine on, some video just to see what's going on in your truck if something happens. And this is a perfect example.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank God that nobody else was really hurt. I thought that person that was to the tailgate of the truck, I thought he got evaporated, dude, when I saw that thing go off. Yeah, I thought he was smoked. But minor injuries, there's only 2 of them that got transported, but they already got released.
Yeah, I think it was mostly just little cuts, right? Cuts and abrasions. Did anybody get burned? Other than the guy inside get deep fried.
Yeah.
No.
He was crispy, brother. He was crispy.
He was extra crispy, bro. He's got that Kentucky Fried extra crispy skin.
When I saw that picture, the graphic picture, man, I didn't really see that it was a person in there. It just didn't look right. They looked normal,
Right. Yeah.
It was weird. It was
when
weird.
you get an explosion like that. Yeah, you don't even look human anymore. You just look like a burnt carcass and meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how blown up he got, but yeah, it's not pretty.
He died from this first.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying his body.
It was intact. It was intact.
Oh, was it intact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. So, and then I just wanted to talk about what would our response be to this quickly, versus a lot of other departments, namely Canton.
Well, You know, when it's a detonation like that, Brian, there is no response. You know, it's after the fact, right?
Right.
Now, let's say hypothetically, he calls the hotel, says, "Hey, I'm in a Tesla truck in front, and my truck is rigged to blow up." Right?
Right.
If you've got time to plan, the first thing you're going to do is call the hotel and, hey, evacuate everybody from to the back end, right?
Yep.
And then the bomb squad, either FD or us, we're going to block off depending on the size of the vehicle, because the size of the vehicle determines the radius of the explosion.
Yep.
Right. So if
Yep.
it's a pickup truck like that, they might go 500-yard radius, maybe more, maybe 1,000
Yeah.
yards. Who knows?
Yeah. Yep.
But that's going to affect a lot of people and a lot of
Correct.
businesses. So some of those casinos might say, "Nah, I'm not going to close out." Right? Who's to say? Who's to say?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
But
that's on the casino and the hotel itself. But
uh,
I can see how they wanted the hotel evacuated, because you don't know what
yeah,
if now what so now he did it himself, right? Now
yeah,
what if he had 10 buddies that wanted to do the same thing?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's scary. So what if he had
yeah,
10 friends that were willing to throw their lives away for whatever cause they were fighting for or whatever?
yeah.
That could be very bad. What if he had 50 people
Listen,
that wanted it
listen.
together?
It's going to
So
get
that's
worse
why.
before it gets better. Yep,
Well, I'm saying
yep.
that's why I think McMahill went 100% into this, as far as evacuating everybody from the hotel, searching the hotel, bringing out armor and SWAT, and evacuating the Fashion Show Mall, which is a big mall right across the street from Trump. They evacuated that in case there was some more people came in and decided to do this, right? A copycat or his partner, right? Or partners.
You always have to plan for a secondary device. Always have
Correct.
to
Yep.
plan,
Yep.
right?
You,
And,
well,
and you definitely don't rush in. That's when you send the drones in. That's when you send the
yep.
robots in.
Yep.
You know, to clear the area, right?
You hope
So
you
it's
hope
it's a process.
you hope for the best and you plan for the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to
But
expect that it's something more, there's going to be more booms going on.
and that's what would happen too, because if we were informed that there's a vehicle in front of the valet saying, "I got a explosive device," the call goes out valley-wide to all the hotels. Hey, you better
Yeah,
drive by and make sure that they're good.
fast.
In
Yeah,
fact, because of this incident, our sheriff and it continued the AB roster, which
yep,
means every cop that's on the department is on the streets for 12-hour shifts,
yep. No days off too.
no days off.
No days
And
off. All your days off are canceled.
and it's just not on the strip; it's valley wide. That
Of
means
course.
there's going to be twice as many cops serving your community, just because they want to make sure, our sheriff wants to make sure that peace of mind is restored to our
Yep,
to our city.
yep, yep. And he will, and the cops will, and we will, because we have a lot of great citizens here in Vegas. They like Metro Police here in Las Vegas. So yeah,
Yeah.
and we enjoy keeping them safe. So
Yeah. Yeah. Now, in the aftermath of this, continuing back on our response, is
right,
all we have to, all we just maintain a perimeter,
yeah,
right? Let the drones, like they did, let drones come in, let the robots come in, sniff things out, investigate. It's easier to lose a drone or a robot than it is a bomb expert,
yeah,
you know?
yep,
And that's it. That's all you can do, you
yep,
know?
yep. And
Now,
if it detonates first, and you want to get to the scene, right? This is the
yeah.
kind of call that you want to get to, right? You're like,
Yep.
man, I want to be there for this. It's a big thing. It doesn't happen all the time. And the bomb
Hmm.
guys, like Armor and all those guys, they deal with a lot of non-detonating stuff, and they practice so much. Something like this, when it's real, right, and it's completely unexpected, of course they really
Hmm.
want to go to it. This is
Hmm.
like this is what they've been waiting for, right?
Hmm.
And I'm
Hmm.
not saying it in a good way, but when tragedies happen and things like this happen, it's more training for the guys, right? So they
Yep.
can sift through and see what they're
Yep.
looking for and learn. And it's real. It's not
Yeah.
just, hey,
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
scenario or
Yeah.
whatever. So everybody wants to be there. Everybody wants to see it.
Yeah. And let me say this: the
Not
move
everybody
in
will, though. Not everybody
no,
will, because
no.
once you lock off where the truck is, it like new trainees, like new officers should see that. Cadets should see that, but they probably won't. Why? Because it's such a big thing. right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not going to let anybody close because again, once you walk into that scene, you contaminate it, right?
Yep.
So they're not going to let anybody really go in except for the armor guys and SWAT.
Yeah. So let me say this. When that happened and we went out to the floor, people were in a different kind of way. You know, the
Yeah.
patrons of our hotel, they were in a different kind of way. You could sense it in the air that they were kind of nervous. They didn't
Yeah.
know what was happening exactly.
Yeah.
And thousands and thousands and thousands of questions were headed our direction and security, right? And
Yeah.
we told them what we knew, right? Everything right
Yeah.
now seems to
Yeah.
be, you know, an isolated incident.
Mhm.
And today, business as usual.
Yep. Status quo.
Yeah, business as
Yep.
usual, right?
We're all
And,
good.
and why? I'm sure everybody in their rooms were listening to the updates that the
Mhm.
sheriff said we're good to go.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing to worry about. Our city
Yeah.
is safe. Go
Yeah.
back to business.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't be paranoid, forever. You know what I mean? This guy
Yeah.
wanted to do it. He did it. Would have
Yeah.
anything have stopped him? Probably not. Again, it comes down to the human factor. Humans will always find a way to achieve what they want. So could
Yeah.
anything have prevented this? No. He pulled right into valet, 17 seconds it detonated. So again,
Boom.
you don't need the cops on dots. You do want to show a force to make sure everybody feels safe and is safe. And this way, if something does happen again, we have the resources to pull them together. I love how they call us resources.
Mm-hmm.
It's always
Mm-hmm.
cool that resources is a nice professional way, America, world, to say, send me cops. I need
Send me
cops.
bodies.
Send me bodies. Send me men, women. I need cops. So they always say, oh, send me resources. You mean send me some cops? Because the cops are going to be the ones, the boots on the ground, and be going in and doing
Yeah.
all the hard work and putting their lives
Yeah.
in danger. So that's the resources.
So let me say this, B. Let me throw you under the bus. What can you do to prevent this in the future? With the technology that we have these days, what can we do?
Don't sell cyber trucks and don't sell fireworks anymore.
Well, no, that's not going to
okay.
work.
Well, it seems like
So
that's what
listen.
they think about guns.
So when he first made entry into Vegas, they got a beep on his plate, right? License plate readers, right?
Right. Yep.
So with the power that the FBI has and all the three-letter agencies, when they get a hit on the internet saying, "Hey, this guy's talking funny stuff," right?
Mm-hmm.
Find out what vehicle he has, right? Get his fucking registration in the system. So if he starts driving to a place where he's not supposed to be, that's a red flag, right? We can be alerted. The agencies can alert the police department, say, "Hey, take a look at this vehicle coming your way. Who knows what he's up to," right? But is that invading into your privacy? Do you think?
Yeah. No, you're not doing that to me. So what makes it? He's saying some funny things. Okay. So and where is he driving to that he's not supposed to be?
Well, I'm saying
That could be anywhere, right? And it's
I'm
not.
saying
Hold on.
no.
It's not like he was trying to get on the strip at night on New Year's Eve night. He went to a place there. It was dead. Did you see that picture of him when he turned the corner?
Yeah.
It was dead. There was not when I drove to work New Year's Eve morning. I think I saw 10 cars on my 10-minute drive to work on 15.
Everybody
So
was still asleep.
That's why I just look. I know he wanted to unalive himself. That obviously that's apparent. I just don't know if it was something. I just don't know if it was like Orleans because I don't know if he really wanted to hurt a ton of people. Otherwise, he would have waited or done it in a different location. He did it in a place there was almost nobody at. So, but I think the other stuff that it would invade their privacy too much. I'm not willing to give the government all that. No,
Not even for 100 lives, 1,000 lives.
You can't put a number on things because then it's not fair.
I like poking the bear.
Yeah, it's not fair. The police and the government should not be in your life. Almost
No, I agree.
ever.
I agree. Listen. Crazy shit's gonna happen. It's happened in the past. It's happening now. It's going to happen in the future. You can't do it, right?
Correct.
But what you can do as a citizen is keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings a little bit, right?
Yeah.
If the little spider sensors in the back of your head go up, your hair goes up, but pay attention. That's your body. Your sense is telling you something's not right.
Right. if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah.
Get out of
Yeah.
the way. Do something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
when you
and you
feel that,
and
right, I've learned to listen to that in my
you
career.
have to. You
You know,
have
so
to.
something's not right, it ain't. Don't sit there and
Yeah.
contemplate it for 10 seconds. That might be life or death. If something's not right,
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Dang.
ask Steve, we got any questions from anybody in the chat? Do we
I
still
was
have a chat?
just gonna come.
We're just talking
gonna
to
pop up.
ourselves.
We got 6 people watching.
Well, it's almost 7:30, so we're gonna have to wrap up here pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 But we do right now. We've got on YouTube, we've got almost 500 watching,
Nice.
and on Twitter, we've got almost the same. I believe we've got 918 people here right now, including
LTL.
LTL Media.
LTL.
And
What's up, Bri? What's up?
and but we've only got 330 likes. What's up with that? You got to badoosh that like button.
Oh, do I have to say
Badoosh,
that
badoosh, badoosh.
You know,
But do
I'm gonna
shit,
go get a
people.
Cybertruck and some fireworks, and I'm heading
do
to
shit.
everybody's house.
Badoosh it.
Well,
4th of July. Well, you're only gonna hurt yourself, dummy.
he's joking. He's joking.
Yeah, of course I'm joking.
Yeah. Well, people will edit this out and be like, "Look what Brian said."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Way
We
to
do
go,
have
Brian.
Oh
we do
boy, I
have
guess
some-
I'm doomed now.
we do have some super chats. We've got my nurse Kel, $10.
Mm.
She said, "I go to visit family in Henderson often. It'd be cool to check out Jiu-jitsu.
Whoa.
Freak, get your butt down to Zangief." She
Get your
says,
butt
"Free
kicked."
Karen Reed. I love
Yeah.
all the police that help me in Detroit in sketchy situations while I'm on call. Good officers like you rock."
Let me tell you, there's good cops out there. There really
There's
is.
There's
There
a lot
is.
of good
You
cops.
don't hear
out
about
there.
the good ones because
They're
I know.
doing good
they're
work.
doing their jobs. They're doing the right
They're
thing.
doing good work. Yep.
We've got another 5 from Kelly R. She says, prior to Trump Tower, he went to another hotel. Wonder if he met with someone. That should be on surveillance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and
For sure.
if it's there, they'll find it, Kelly, and then they'll release it, and then of course they'll try to figure out who he was talking to. 'Cause
Las
that could be
Vegas
a
is
clue.
yeah. Las Vegas has outside of London has the most cameras in the city. So whatever
Yeah.
he does, whatever he did,
I got
is
3.
tracked. Yeah, exactly. You got 3, Steve.
Shara and Shock and Horror gifted 10
Shock and Horror.
LVCops TV memberships. Remember, all you LVCops TV
I love
members,
that.
go to the members tab. Watch the guys losing it
Yeah,
in
watch our videos.
in the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
And
It's for members only. Watch them. They're good. Well, I'm biased.
I saw this again. Brian LTL is big on Enrique, and today is Enrique's first heavenly birthday.
Oh my goodness! Already?
So, yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, it's his birthday.
Okay.
So his first one not with us, and that's
When
really sad.
when do we do a live with Brian? Is that in the books yet?
We've got we got Calling All Beings coming up. We got Brian. We got Will wants to get us. We got all kinds of stuff. So the 3 of us need to get our calendars out soon and figure this all out. Speaking of that, Britt Happens says she needs a members only Cop Daddies live, which we haven't done in a while, and we don't have to do a formal live. You guys can pop on your phone when something happens, or you just want to talk to the members, be intimate. We don't need a big formal thing. So
Yeah, but a formal thing gets everybody. Because if we pop on, they might not catch it.
well, we can say, hey, Gonzo's gonna be live on Sunday at noon for an hour or something.
I'm live every day, buddy.
Tiff said, I love when you guys talk cop to us. Makes me feel like I know what the fuck is going on.
Well, you know what, Tiff? You need to participate on What Would You Do? You make the call videos is what she needs to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You make the call, and we'll help you out become even a better cop.
I hope these new videos don't give our members PTSD.
Boy, they're dicey, bro. I'm telling you.
I
Did you
know.
see them yet?
Yeah.
Woo!
Pushing
Yeah.
it.
Why do you think I'm saying that, man? I watched them and I was like, oh shit.
I fell out of my chair on one of those, dude.
I'm like, man, these poor people. But hey, when you call in and you do it, you'll see.
Well,
You'll see.
we
You'll
got
get your share,
JC.
too.
We got JC the Music Man in the chat who participated on that first
Yes.
episode.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did he get a
No
shirt? yet?
redos. No redos. No redos. We want new members to do it.
No, the shirt orders are actually happening this week.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
I
you
will.
guys should have
I
your
will.
shirts in a week or two.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna order them before Monday.
Cool.
There's a little
You
delay
heard
on
that.
that.
You heard that, JC, right from Steve's mouth. Where's Steve? There he is.
it says yes, 25% off. You see that?
Yeah, 25% off started yesterday through the 6th, or until
Oh,
the 6th,
nice.
something like that. Don't wait.
Get your merch.
Yeah.
And
Get your merch.
the hoodies are going like crazy. People love those.
Yeah,
And
I
they
got
say they're
the
really good quality. You've got one, right? It's good quality.
I got the Under Armour jacket with the LV Cops logo on the side. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot, and I will wear it on camera next time.
Okay.
Probably
Okay.
for Lacey's video. I'll wear it.
Okay.
We got somebody called LVCopsTV in the chat saying lots of viewers, but not a lot of likes. But douche that like button, please.
Who could that be?
We're up to
Did
300.
we get?
Boys,
Did we
got
get hacked? We got hacked.
We got hacked.
That-
Oh shit! Chad is coming in to get us.
Somebody
Chad
else
is here.
Somebody else, LV Cops TV, says, we are so close to 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. It's free and it helps us a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
We got
I am a little-
11.9.
I am a little bit confused. I hear you clicking on the mouse, Steve, and scrolling through these questions. Who's actually putting that in? Those who's
Oh,
impersonating
man,
us?
that was me. I typed it when you guys were talking.
I was like, it's not me. I thought it was you, Gonzo.
I can't even see the keyboard, bro.
I thought it was you. I was like, because it ain't me, and that's why I thought maybe we really did get hacked.
No,
Yeah.
that was me. Before we came on, we were at 11,960, I believe. So
Okay.
I was hoping we'd get to 12 by the 1st. We didn't, but we're really close. So if you're watching now, you like what you see. Lots of stuff like this, lots of Karen Reed
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
These guys
Hit
are
the
the real
subscribe
deal. Road dogs, they've been through a lot. So if you like this stuff and you're not already, hit that subscribe. And all right, and now I'm just yapping.
It's free to subscribe, right?
It is absolutely free to subscribe.
Free to subscribe.
You'll get notifications
Well, what the-
when we do lives and things.
Yep.
It's not
Julio
free.
is-
It's not free because you get us.
That's true. That's true. You get a little bit of crazy. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need a little crazy in your life. Everybody does.
Julio has been a member for 1 month, and she says she finally got to catch a live. Congratulations on your
Nice.
channel growth. Thank you so much.
Thank
and that's
you.
due to people
Thank
like
you.
you hitting that
Absolutely.
subscribe buttons. Thank you.
Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And that's it as far as supers and my promo
Beautiful.
stuff.
Okay.
Beautiful. So
Cool.
listen, I wanna touch base on the you make the call. Do you guys think they're a little bit too heavy for them right now, or should we just run with it?
I watched your
think they're
edited
fine.
one today. Let's just say, be warned that crazy stuff happens. Each call is a little
Yeah.
different, but but crazy stuff happens. So this is
Okay.
it's the life. It's a life of police. So we'll just put a warning out there and say, hey, if you're easily triggered by
Yeah.
some
Violence.
things, then yeah.
We'll put out
And
a
again,
put out a warning and say, "Hope you got your shitting pants on."
exactly.
You know, but you know,
And again,
that's
go ahead.
life. That's the life of a
Yeah.
cop. So that's why
Yeah.
I said they're fine, because guess what? 1 minute you might be writing a ticket. The next minute you might be fighting for your life in a shootout. That's life.
Yeah.
Get over it. That's
Yeah.
the cop life. If you can't handle it, then don't be a cop. Period.
okay. So what is you make the call? So let me explain what that is. For those who participate, we have three videos. Yeah, 3 videos that we do.
Mhm.
And we're going to have you watch the video, and as soon as the video gets to the point to where the officer has to make a decision,
Yep.
we'll pause it. We'll ask you, what will you do in this situation? And then we'll go from there. You know, it's not a wrong choice because threat perception is different for every person, for every cop, right? So it'll give you an idea of how fast an officer has to make a life-changing decision. Okay, and sometimes the public will say that is the worst police action I've ever seen, but it's the only action that the cop has to do, only time that he has to make it. You don't have time to think of what you can do at that split second. Okay. And those who participate will also get a shirt from our store. So, but you have to participate and you can't be a redo. We have to have new people in there. That's what that is. I hope I answered your question.
Makes you think fast on your feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blessed in Texas, I looked and I didn't see your member milestone chat. So how long? I don't know. You've been around for a long time, right? So anyway,
Yeah,
thanks for being a member.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I think we're
good.
We're all caught up on supers and milestones.
All right.
Oh, well, okay. Jamcracker wants to know how to participate. When we start the live, I'm going to put a link in the chat and pin it to the top, and you can click on that link, and it will take you over to the StreamYard. If you're on a computer, you'll go to the StreamYard website. If you're on your phone, it'll go to an app, and you connect through the app. You put in your name, and I will
Super
see
easy.
you. Yeah, I will see you join. And when we can, I will bring you up on screen and you'll participate.
Yeah.
Don't be
So
scared. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. We go through scenarios like that every year as a cop. You got to go through scenarios, so this way when it happens in real life, you kind of know how to act. You feel like, all right, I've been there before, so I'm comfortable here. So, and that's what we're kind of doing to you. Do you remember, Gonzo, probably about 7-8 years ago, there was a guy, he was an activist, and he marched on the police, and how much he hated the police, and how that we were too heavy-handed, and we just killed people too easy. And then they put him through training. And basically what they did to him is they put him through AOST, Advanced Officer Skills Training. They taught him how to they taught him how to do stuff, right, for about an hour. Then he went through like 10 scenarios. And guess what? In those scenarios, this guy shot every single person that was unarmed. He shot everybody. At the end of the scenarios, he said, I can't protest anymore. He goes, the cops are 100% right. He goes, because you know what? I couldn't do this job. He goes, I blew every scenario. I can't protest anymore. He goes, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. He goes, because being a cop's a hard job. And that's what we kind of come across, trying to get not really that severe, and it give you a good scare and have a little fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, well, I forgot what I was going to say.
That's what happens with age.
You asked me, hey, do you remember about 7 years ago? Bro, I didn't even remember what I had for breakfast. What are you talking about?
I know. It happens to all of us, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I did have a good point. I was going to make something, but I can't remember.
Next time.
Time. So I think that's probably all we got to do today, right?
Yeah.
So Steve, do you want to round us up on what we're doing on Saturday, please?
We are doing a live at noon Pacific time, which is of course 3 Eastern, with Lacey Jane, who does a X Spaces normally on Thursdays. She covers a lot about the Karen Reed case. She's pro-police. She's going to be our first in-studio guest. So she was here, or she still is here, but she was here on New Year's Eve, New Year's morning, and she was here during this incident, and she was also here during a shooting previously, at least. So she feels like she has bad luck that things happen when she comes to Vegas, but things happen everywhere. Vegas is still a really safe place overall. Tourism is what we're about. So Las Vegas Metro,
safest cities in the country, probably one of the safest cities in the world, honestly. Yeah, and I wanted to commend Metro, of course, for their actions. Thank all the law enforcement they're going to be up for the next couple of days, maybe week, investigating this. No one's getting sleep. Everyone's they're handing it off from day shift to swings, to graveyard. No one's going to stop working until we know all the answers on this. So I just want to thank all of you guys for your hard work. Gonzo and I
Yeah.
have been there.
Yeah.
We are now retired, and I'm very
Yeah.
glad I don't have to investigate.
Yeah.
This is all
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you guys
exactly.
for all your hard work, and thank Sheriff McMahill. He did a good job.
Yep.
Metro we do good work. We do good work.
For sure. For sure.
So
Indeed. So be sure to tune in on Saturday. We'll probably be doing a live every Saturday going forward. We'll also pre-record some episodes. Do you guys? I know there was the barricade incident in the bus the other day, and the person was taken without incident, but I don't know what it was about. Have you guys heard anything?
oh, that was the 27-hour. That was the 27-hour standoff.
Barricade. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in Henderson, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it was 27 hours, long time. And finally got him out, and without incident. So
No, that was, I think, North Las Vegas.
was that Northtown?
I think it was
I don't
Northtown.
think it was. I don't think it was. I know it wasn't Metros. So it was either Northtown or Henderson.
Henderson and Northtown have the same vehicles, and I thought at first it was Henderson, but it's Northtown.
Oh, Northtown. Okay. Either way, it's good ending. So
Yeah.
as long as the hostage is okay, right? The hostage is the main focus for everybody, and then other than that, citizens, us, and then the suspect.
You know, I want to say something, and I don't want to scare people, but you know, there's a high likelihood that this is going to happen more frequently. This kind of stuff, you know, and unfortunately, you can't predict that stuff. You have to just respond to it, you know. So don't be afraid, don't be scared. Just be aware of your surroundings and be cognizant of what's going on.
You live your life like normal, otherwise the terrorists win.
Yep,
Just
exactly.
live your life normal. Don't be worried about anything. When I leave my house every day, I don't have a worry in the world. Right? When the Lord's going to take you, He's going to take you.
Your
all the man
numbers
can
up,
do.
son.
What's the saying? When death smiles upon a man, all the man can do is smile back. Nothing you can do.
Whoa, that's scary.
We've got one more Venmo, guys, before we sign off, from Pam Bonfiglioli. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. She said, appreciation from Quincy, Massachusetts, which was settled in 1625, and the donation is $16.25.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping us fight the corruption here in Norfolk County and beyond. So thank you, Pam. Appreciate it. And that's all I got, guys. Keep an eye on our channel. Please hit subscribe. You'll be notified. Lots of lives coming. Lots of pre-recorded stuff coming. We got Lacey on Saturday. Should be a good time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna sign out and let you guys have it.
Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Peace.
So Angels Above says that she has 3 great nephews that are cops. Wow, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Thank them for their service.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep. It's definitely a calling, man. It's a calling. It's not for everybody. It's actually not for most people.
Would you let your kids be cops?
Yeah.
I would too. For sure.
It's honorable. You know, it's an honorable profession, and
it's a thankless job.
It is a very thankless. If you're never going to get a pat on the back and saying how great you did, trust me. Even when you do good, they usually say, "Hey, you did great on this. Yeah, but you fucked this up."
Yeah. And let me say this. When I go through Starbucks, right, and I go up to pay for it, and the guy that taking my money goes, "Hey, no, the guy in front of you paid for it." Yeah. Dude, it made me feel good, but it made me feel guilty too as well. You know, I'm like, gosh dang. Now I have to go buy the guy behind me, you know.
But that's okay.
The guy behind me is a busload of kids.
Oh. Hey, I want to pay for his. How much is it? 86. Oh, fuck that. Here's the final
the other one.
You.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy me a car
but
with one guy in it.
Listen, our thoughts and prayers goes out to Noah, you know, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Stuff like that shouldn't happen when you're out having fun with your friends and family. You know, it's a cowardless thing to do. And you know, if people want to make a statement, you know what, do it differently. You know, don't be out there taking people's lives. You're affecting the lives of, you know, hundreds of people, and that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's not fair, Gonzo, but that's why they do it.
Yeah.
That's exactly why they do it.
Yeah. So
when you think rationally, you don't see the point in it, but they do, unfortunately. Which is why I always say you can't look for logic in an illogical act. It's not there.
Yeah.
You will not find it. It will.
Yeah.
It will elude you every time. So life is what it is, and that's it. And you just got to live it. And when things happen, that's why you keep your head on a swivel. That's why you don't walk around looking at your phone. That's why if you want to have a firearm, you do. That's why you train, know how to take care of yourself. Everybody should know a little basic first aid. You know, so you can help people. You just certain things in life, like to me, seem normal. Like those are normal things you should do as a human. You know what I mean? So that's the way you can take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your friends. You know, but if it happens, it happens. You know, there's not always going to be a rhyme or reason. So,
guy upstairs calling your number. Yeah. So
that's it.
All right. I want to say
everybody.
thank you to the chat. Everybody's still smoking on it. I love it. So thank you for watching, and catch up to us on Saturday. It's gonna be a long day for us, but we'll have some good context. We're gonna do the Karen Reed dog bite expert.
We have so many videos that we need to record.
No time.
We don't have
Everybody
the time.
wants to do a live with this guy, do a live with this girl. What about our time? What about our time?
Gonzo edited we have 10 videos that we need to film. We got to get those filmed and get them out because we keep doing lives and lives are fun. Don't get me wrong, we love them and I would like to do them.
The interaction. I love the interaction.
Yes, we will always continue to do them. But then if you want our regular videos, we got to film those. So Saturday is going to be a real long day for us. Yes, I hope Steve's
take a number.
Steve's going to complain.
Yeah, he will. So send us out, buddy.
All right, hit that subscribe button. I'm watching you. I see you.
Badoosh.
You right there in the red shirt. Hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Hit that like button too. How hard is it to hit the like button? How hard is it to subscribe? It helps us out. We appreciate you.
It really does.
New Orleans, we're praying for you guys. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Crazy things happen.
Yeah.
Metro, great job today, yesterday. Fantastic. The FBI, everybody. Much praise, much love, much love. Tune in on Saturday.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
And for those who are still serving, have a safe tour of duty, please.
And make a difference in someone's life. Stay classy, Las Vegas.
Always.
And everybody else.
Yep.
Peace.
One Sam 5 and one Sam 6. Copy of 425 call.
Copy. One Sam 5 en route.
One Sam 6. Copy. En route.